Hey, Miss Alicia. Um, I hope you get this because I think you've been helping too in this, and I don't know how to explain any of this. This sounds really crazy. Um, it involves some really bad people. The vid that's connected to this will explain other parts of this, but I don't know how to explain this to you, but I need your help. Um, um, it's involving, my who I thought it's involving my narc. And it sounds crazy that I'm saying that. I don't believe she's that. I don't know how to explain this, Miss Alicia. This has been really crazy to me, but she's calling for help, and I don't know how to explain it. Somebody I've known for almost 30 years. I believe it's involving sex trafficking and also involving children. It's also involving a lot of really bad people. I've already tried to do my best to make a report to the feds, CPS, all that here in Oregon. Medford, Jackson County, Klamath County. I don't know who to contact. There are corrupt, and I'm very sure there's very, very corrupt people involved in all that. The people's names are Braylon Edwards, Jason Edwards are the primary two. Melissa Hartman, I believe, is actually in danger. The children involved, I don't know the oldest boy's name. The younger boy's name is Sebastian. He is on spectrum, also like myself. I know this sounds crazy, Miss Alicia. I've been picking up on stuff really bad, and I need help, and I don't know who to contact on this because I don't think anybody's gonna genuinely believe me. Braylon is an employee for Access Oregon in Medford, Oregon. Their home is located in the White City section of the town of Medford, or the city of Medford. Jason Edwards is her husband. He's not allowed to work or anything like that. He's supposed to stay home, except for maybe to go to visit family, maybe go to the store here and there. But otherwise, he has to stay home to take care of children. Sebastian and the other child, the kids have not been allowed to go to school. I believe the older one was allowed to go by the time he was a teen. Can I show you, Miss Talisha? I think you're going to understand this. I don't know how to explain otherwise because there is a big situation. It's involving a polygamous situation that is also involving relationship fraud, catfishing, all this. I'm one of the victims, and it's because they were using my other half as an initiation. And I don't know how to explain this, but you have been helping me and helping me connect the dots. Melissa has been telling me what's going on, and I need help to report this. I don't know how to explain this to anybody in a way that I don't sound crazy. I really need your help on this. But I'm going to show you how I know. The other video will explain some of this too. That's at the end of this. But I know she's talking to me through this because she knows I'm watching because of that and that. I'm on spectrum, Miss Talisha, and I started noticing because these things here that they were trying to get her. This is crazy. I need your help. I know this sounds crazy, but the reason why I know this is because the very first person that I don't know how to explain it to you, but I know Talisha, I'm not asking for a reading. I know what I'm seeing. I know what's going on. I don't know how to explain it. And you're the only person that I've kind of conversed with that I'm hoping will listen and understands what's saying. I've been getting this stuff in my, not just in my I don't know how to explain it, Miss Talisha. It's freaking me out right now, but I'm getting it in my dreams, and I've been getting it in not just your messages, but multiple messages. I've been getting it in a lot. Yes, and they have her computer. They're doing it through her computer. There's not only child pornography and all going on, but they have her locked down. And I'm pretty sure I already know that my life has been threatened, and I've been on watch. I've been getting stalked, and my family has also has noticed this. After being able to get some sleep and something to eat and everything, been able to calm down a bit, but I don't know how to explain this from anywhere. I very much believe in God. I very much believe in karma. And I know there's something wrong. And even though I've made the reports that I did, all I can do is relay this to you. Melissa Hartman is an employee for Klamath County Developmental Disability Services. I would be careful with that company because I'm not sure that the employers there can be trusted or some of the people working there. I don't know how to explain why I don't know how to explain, because between what she has told me over the few weeks that I spent time with her before I left and this, I don't know how to explain it otherwise, Miss Talisha. I'm worried about the kids and I'm worried about her. This isn't good. I really, really hope you get this. Again, the only reason why I'm giving you this information and taking this risk is because I don't know who to turn to. Melissa Hartman is 43 years of age. Her birthday is October 7th, 1980. Her address is 1212 Eberlane Avenue in Klamath Falls, Oregon, 97603. Like I said, the only reason why I'm sending this to you because I don't know who to contact otherwise. I don't know how to report this stuff. Again, Braylon Edwards is the primary one in the situation that I know. There's others involved that I'm afraid to say on here. I know, God, this sounds so crazy. I'm so sorry. Braylon Edwards works for Access Oregon in Medford. Her and Jason Edwards live in the White City section of Medford, Oregon. And as I said, Melissa Hartman is the satellite wife in an apartment complex near Fred Meyer's. I believe she's in danger. I just don't know how to report this properly to people properly for them to listen right. This isn't good. So I'm really hoping you're listening on this. I know this sounds crazy. I don't know how to explain this, Miss Talisha, but I'm not asking for reading. I'm asking for help, actually. This does involve a Philip Dawson out of Hood River, Oregon, for Tattoo Under the Skin out of Hood River. This also involves Quintessence Farm here in Oregon. It's a cannabis farm that's out of Medford, Eagles Point area of Oregon, and out of Portland, Oregon. I don't know who the owners are or the names. This is involving a major Oregon biker gang. Oh my God, this sounds so crazy. I'm so sorry. I am listening to myself on this, and this sounds so crazy, and I don't know how to explain this to anyone, and I need help. I really need help, Miss Talisha, and I need help. And I know Melissa needs help. I know the kids need help, and I don't know how many others are involved, but I know there's a lot of people involved. I don't know how to explain this, but I need your help, please. What if I told you? You wouldn't believe me anyways, just like I said yesterday. But after some sleep, getting some food in me, a little bit. I'm just sitting here. And somebody I haven't seen or talked to out of, in a long time, actually, had just messaged me. And for some reason, because I was in the middle of leaving a message to another old friend, I guess you could say. Because I started doing the math of things. This is like I said before, I don't like how my brain works. I start going through the things, through the situation. I know the people involved. It's the situation that it pertains in it. I'm sitting there thinking, oh, she slept with this dude, that dude, and the other dude. No, it's a polygamous family that brought in Melissa. Sorry, folks. And I've already, yeah, I already sent her a message on this. I'm not trying to talk shit on this, but I recognize what's going on. You can see it in the vid from the other one, whatever. But I'm starting to actually recognize what's going on. There's a lot of, and I actually said this, yesterday. But I now know why. I'm gonna turn the TV. Let me show you something. Because we are connected on this stuff. And so, if you watch something like on Netflix, Prime, Philo, it shows up here. So they can see what I watch, I can see what they watch. Well, she wanted me to just, sorry about those there. She wanted me to just, ignore the fact that she added that, like she was just helping a friend. I started realizing the paper Mexican stuff. There's just so many things. And I start realizing, somebody had a little too much control of Melissa's life. And still does. And I also realize now that I was wrong about the link of certain things. Well, I may not be, but she got herself mixed up in a situation where it's kind of an open marriage thing, and Jason and Bray are kind of at the lead of it. Of all ironies, and Bray's been the one that's been kind of funneling it through. Bray and Jason are out, obviously out of Medford, White City. All the proof will be with them. And Melissa and all that. So even if they delete things, I think the FBI knows how to find that stuff. I really had to get my head clear. I got sleep, was able to sleep and all that stuff. Yeah, I'm dealing with a cold. But sitting here and looking at all these things, it's a series of things. A whole series of things that has gone on. And between Matt, Cam, and all these others, that were on that list, these different men that she was contacting to get their attention, she wasn't going to sleep with them. What they were doing is they were catfishing. They're stealing money. They're scamming people. And that was the intent of me. She, under the direction of Bray and all that, was working to was doing the financial exploitation of me, but also working on the fraud, the relationship fraud, in the sense of getting me to marry her and all that shit. That's why she was adamant on gaslighting, trying to get a certain reaction, all this stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if there wasn't some shit in my house or even her apartment. And I already know this stuff is already messed with. And I don't even know how to explain to others how it's done, but yeah, because I already know it's done. I'm doing this vid on purpose, because yeah, I don't trust what's going on. I now I'm starting to realize what's going on. They were intentionally driving me crazy, and there's a relationship scam going on, and it's all starting with Braylon and them, and Melissa's getting in the mix-up of it. I've already sent a basic report to Jackson County. I'm only doing this vid as a backup and all that, and be uploading it to YouTube just basically for my safety, because I'm aware of a lot of connections. I've been aware of it, but the scenario situation, I couldn't quite put my finger on it. But now I know what's been going on. And Melissa's been tattletaling on herself for a while. And this is all driven by other issues, and it has to pertain to her kids, and then the insecurities that she dealt with where her mom and them are concerned as a child. So, yeah, this is a fucked up situation. I thought I was going crazy. I thought I was going crazy yesterday, but this here actually is. This doesn't actually sound crazy. This is actually what's been going on. Yeah, she knew that if she added Bray to the Philo, she could get a reaction out of me. They're hoping to gaslight me and get a reaction, because she knows I don't like her friend. And this is at the cost of Melissa doing the shit talking to begin with and doing the triangulation. Yeah. after, like I said, after being able to get some rest, do that type of stuff. And for some reason, after a friend of mine out of nowhere that I haven't talked to in a long time, like, yeah, I haven't talked to her in a long time, like, just asking what was going on. And for some reason, it was in the middle while I was doing a message, and for some reason that I had already come to that realization. So anyways, I'm going to leave that here, and I'm going to try and deal with this the best way I can and quietly. Thanks for watching.